as I was sitting there this morning, the place is pretty packed, probably 90%. It's a new service that they have now 8, I think, and 9:30 and 11. I went to the end. I hope it came across in the book what I felt when I was sitting in there, because there were a lot of couples that, you know, someone in their 70s or whatever, they've been doing that their whole life. That's the only thing they've ever known in their whole life. I would like to think that a sincere heart would say, hey, you know what, why don't we just start by inviting somebody over for dinner? We haven't had anybody cross the threshold of our front door in 10 years. Why don't we just have somebody and read 1 Timothy together? Why don't we just do that? Additive, not subtractive. This isn't a condemnation of anybody. This is an opportunity. We're not comparing systems. Not system A versus system B. One is less formal. And that is ridiculous. It's just the fact that no child ever learned how to speak English by spending, you know, two hours, 1 hour a week with English speakers. It never happens. It never will happen. It's not how you learn anything. It is absolute saturation. That is how people learn. It's a 7-day week, 10, 12 hours a day, and there are no summers off. You learn by saturating yourself, and that's the ecosystem. There's no, you know, you don't take a day off in the Brazilian rainforest. All right, nobody's allowed to eat anything, or, you know, there will be no cycle of life today. We're all taking the day off. The nature of an ecosystem is that it's just always doing something. It may not be what you expect, but it may not be totally visible. But it's not. There's no pause button on an ecosystem. And so I'd like to think that somebody that's 70 years old desire to be additive, that, you know, they're throwing a 1 Timothy discussion with friends for the first time in 25 years, the first time in their life that wasn't on a Wednesday small group. There's a whole bunch of, you know, married couples, and there's children, and there's, you know, a lot of families, and I just kind of put myself in their shoes as I kind of walked around the space in my heart and my spirit, just praying for people. Plugging my ears with the open in song thing, but just praying for people, and that's kind of what I was feeling. Was maybe half these people are just here for show, or just rote habit for their spouse. You know, my wife wants to come, so why not? I've just done it my whole life, or whatever. But was there a 75-year-old married couple in there someplace? I know 75-year-olds that really, really do care. I don't know for sure what would happen if they had an opportunity to take a whole different path in their life, an ecosystem rather than a system. In a system, they're incredibly sincere, and even some beautiful depth when you talk to them, you know, at length. But are they risking anything, or just really well informed? I'd still like to think that some of these folks, whether it's people I saw this morning, and I'd like to think that some of them would actually say, hey, yeah, I do want to do that. I'm not going to put it on a calendar, but I'm going to have a commitment to having people inside my home, sitting on my couch, reading 1 Timothy together, to see how it goes. I've never done that before. No one ever told me that was even possible. It's not on a schedule. It's not authorized by the leadership. Our official legislative governmental covering never gave us permission to read 1 Timothy on Tuesday over dinner. So we never thought of it. But I'd like to think the sincerity that I've come across with a lot of people, they would be additive, and they'd be on their way to an ecosystem. And as was said in the book, you don't have to crush Sunday morning. You can outgrow Sunday morning. Where, you know, we were with folks till 2 in the morning, praying and laughing and singing and learning together. And why in the world would we get up at 8 in the morning to put on a suit to go sit there in a non-participative environment? Why would we do that? I'm not against it. Go for it. But why would we do that? We were together till 2 in the morning. and far more involved as priests than I'll be there sitting like watching a movie or a television show. So outgrowing is different than stomping your feet. But if you're stomping your feet and saying, stop doing that and doing this instead, do this instead, it is just another system. So the process of outgrowing it is actually what an ecosystem is.